Hello everyone. Today I'm going to share with you a video lesson that I have prepared on how to pronounce regular verbs ending with ed, the past tense ending. The reason behind bringing out this video lesson is the fact that during my visits to different Tibetan schools and interacting with the young children over there, I found that there are still many children who are struggling with the correct pronunciation of verbs ending with ed, and therefore they add an extra syllable when actually there is no need. For example, the word amazed is pronounced as amazed. So this is just one example. So I thought that this video lesson would be helpful to those children who are still struggling with the correct pronunciation of verbs ending with ed. So here it goes. So there are three different ways to pronounce ed: it, d, and t. Three different ways to pronounce ed: it, d, t. The first way is when a verb ends in a d or t sound, ed is read as id, making an extra syllable. For example, end, d, ended. Want, t, wanted. Demand, d, demanded. Visit, t, visited. Decide, d, decided. Invite, invited. Mend, mended. Paint, painted. Include, included. Create, created. Need, needed. Request, requested. The second way is when a verb ends in a voiced sound other than d or t. That is, when you feel a vibration in your throat when the sound is produced. Ed is pronounced as d. For example, earn, earned. Fear, feared. Allow, allowed. Judge, judged. Love, loved. Beg, begged. Call, called. Rub, rubbed. Amaze, amazed. It's not amazed, it's amazed. Belong, belonged. Breathe, breathed. Claim, claimed. Raise, raised. The third way is when a verb ends in an unvoiced consonant sound. That is, when no vibration is felt in your throat. Ed is pronounced as t. For example, walk, k, k. There's no vibration felt. Walked. Talk, talked. Dance, danced. Miss, missed. Brush, brushed. Finish, finished. Stop, stopped. Help, helped. Laugh, laughed. Stuff, stuffed. Reach, reached. Touch, touched. Froth, frothed. Wrath, wrath. Ask, asked. Relax, relaxed. All right. Now that you have learned about the three different ways in which verbs ending with ed are pronounced, the burning question that you might be having in your mind is how to identify a voiced sound and an unvoiced sound. Though I have discussed about this earlier. So it's quite simple. What you need to do is when you feel a vibration in your throat when the sound is produced, that means it is a voiced sound. For example, if I say the word judge, j, j. So if you feel a vibration here, j, j. You feel a vibration here. That means this is a voiced sound. And so the ed is to be pronounced as d, judged. In the same way, earn, you feel a vibration here, So E-A-R-N-E-D is to be pronounced as earned, because this is a voiced sound. On the contrary, if a verb ends with ed and the sound produced is unvoiced, that means there's no vibration felt. It's like coming out of air. For example, talk, k, k, k. So you don't feel any vibration here. K. You don't feel any vibration here. K. So it is an unvoiced sound. So the ed is to be pronounced as t. What did I tell you earlier? T. Talked, walked. So in the same way, see, you don't feel any vibration here. Missed. So missed, because it is to be pronounced as t, because this is an unvoiced sound. Missed, laughed. So there's no vibration felt. The first one is quite simple. You only need to remember is if the verb ends with a d or t sound, you need to add an extra syllable, like decide, d. So decided. Create, t, created. Excited. So these are the three different ways in which verbs ending with ed are to be pronounced. Now let's read and practice some of the verbs in a short passage. This is important because we usually come across these verbs not as separate words, but either in the form of in our sentence or in a passage or maybe paragraph or a story that you read. So it is very important that you practice this way. I have always loved my country Tibet and wanted to go there. I heard that one will be surprised to see the beautiful snow-covered mountains and the great rivers. Those who had visited Tibet had often talked about the country. Alas, talking about His Holiness and freedom is banned in my country under the Chinese rule. Those who demanded or talked about freedom are punished and jailed. Not only this, the natural environment of my country is being destroyed and exploited on a large scale. I wish the Tibetans in Tibet are not tortured or killed, and the mass destruction of the environment there is stopped. Now, let us review the verbs again. So you might have noticed that I have highlighted all the verbs in 3 colors. So those verbs which I have highlighted in blue color are the ones with voiced sound, ones that ends with a voiced sound. And those that ends with either t or d sound I have highlighted in green. And the verbs that ends with a voiceless consonant sound I have highlighted in red color. So you can practice with me the verbs. Loved, d. Wanted, surprised, covered, visited, talked, banned, demanded, stalked, punished, jailed, destroyed, exploited, tortured, killed, stopped. So, with this we come to the end of our lesson, and I want you to keep practicing these the 3 ways in which verbs ending with ed are to be pronounced. So whenever you read something and you come across such verbs, please keep these 3 ways in your mind and keep practicing. All the best. Thank you.